you're breaking records again. How many was it they did on...
A league of their own?
Yeah, how many?
Pathetic 60, 62, 63.
60, what? I thought you said it wasn't.
62, something like that was. 15 was the current, which is just horrendously bad.
Yeah.
Now, how can you have a world record for doing 15 flick-ups in 30 seconds?
I can do that.
It's just ridiculous. You can obviously get a record for anything.
I wish I'd known before the programme came on, because I could be like a world record holder.
So it's literally 30 seconds, I have to do 15, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We know it's 15. I mean, how many seconds was that?
I didn't realise I was supposed to be counting.
Boom.
Right, okay, so we've called these videos the best golf tips in the world. It's a big ask. You've got to, got to be delivering here.
I'd say the best golf tips, they're simple.
Okay.
Well,
they're simple or the best?
They're simple, which
simply
makes them the best.
Simply the best.
Yes.
Right, okay, so this week it's tip 2.
Just carrying on. The first one, again, is just learning about the body. Just getting your body to perform the right way.
Open up, practicing your shoulder moves.
Shoulder turn on the way back.
So now it's time for tip 2.
So again, I'm eventually going to get into what the club should do, but that for me is the easy part. You know, getting the club in certain positions, piece of cake. We just need to work the body the right way. So I'm going to talk about the downswing, how the body works on the way down. So hopefully now when we film ourselves, we're looking more like this, of just simply building up that coil. So our shoulders are rotating, our hips aren't over-rotating or sliding or tilting. So we've gone away from these common flaws, so that one and this one. So we're looking more like this. I'll just do those first two, the poor ones a bit slower. So we don't want this, and we don't want this. So we're just quite simply looking to turn our shoulders.
Could do with finding that picture again. You know, the one that shows the kinematic sequence.
Kinematic sequence.
Because that would help explain it. Because once you get in the feeling of coming from your feet up, then that stops you. If you feel you do lose that coil effect, and that picture kind of demonstrates it.
It does indeed. So again, what we're looking to do is start the downswing now in the correct sequence. And again, average golfer always starts the downswing with the shoulders and arms. They're trying to generate the speed from up here instead of realising we get it from the ground up. But again, it's a difficulty for a lot of players to use the energy from the ground up or transfer the weight from our legs in the correct way because they're in these positions. From here, again, it's now tough for me to push back off my legs back this way. So, anyway, hopefully, I say we're now in this position, and now we have to practice the down part. So, easiest way to learn it, get an understanding how it works, is get a club, want to put it against your hips with the grip facing towards target. So all we need to do is we're in 50-50, so a weight distribution. All I want you to do is practice pushing that club out towards target without your upper body going with it. So we don't want this. It's pushing there. So what you'll feel when you do it is you transfer most of your weight onto your left side. Okay, so a couple of those.
Is that before your arms come down? You start
this is
that
kind of
move
how our swing would start. Again, obviously, I'd actually be in this position on the way back, and then it's there. But I just want, for now, to get that feeling of bumping our hips towards target. So what happens next is once I bump them, I then rotate my hips. And you can see I end up balanced on my left side. My upper body and my hips are in line. I'm not out in front of my upper body. Again, this would be the wrong way of transferring weight. Whenever you get people to try and go onto the left side more, they actually do it more with their upper body. They're thinking they're going left, but the hips and legs stay behind. The upper body goes through, and you finish in this position. So again, we want to finish hips a little bit in front of our chest. So that's how it happens. So we bump, and then we rotate. So once you've got used to the bump and rotate, again, if you're not finishing with your right foot coming off the floor here, it means your weight's staying back, or after you've bumped, as you rotate, you bring your hip back. So again, you can see I've stayed on my right side. So just make sure when after you've bumped, your hip stays pushing forwards, and then we rotate through. It should be really easy to end up in this position. There shouldn't be any weight left on your right side pretty much whatsoever. So after I've done it, so I've gone bump, I rotate, I've got nothing left on that side.
So is that one from last week's tip, we're doing your shoulders? Should you incorporate the two together, or do you practice them separately?
So this is it now.
What position do you need to be in for tip 3?
So this is what we're looking for now. So hopefully you'll be able to put the two together. So what we need to do now is we go back to this position. So we've got this new turn. And again, I just want you to feel that bump. So there's that bump I've just been practicing a second ago. So it's what? There. I'm not doing this. Again, you can see my shoulders are rotated towards target. I don't want to feel my shoulders rotate at all. I'm going to try and keep them back. So boom. So they're still, my chest is still facing over there like it was a second ago. And now I rotate through my hips and shoulders as one. So this is how it looks in slow motion. So I've got a nice good turn, I bump. Now I start rotating through all as one. And you can see again, I end up in this great position here. There's no real weight left on my right side whatsoever. So again, do you look anything like this? Again, this would be the floor of a slicer, even if they had a great backswing position. So they'd be here, and then it's this. So you can see my hips start to pull back and rotate through. There's actually no transfer of weight at all. So all I'd be using to hit the golf ball there would be my arms and shoulders. And again, I'd be limited, no matter how fast I swung the club, to how far I could get the golf balls to go. Again, it's like trying to throw a ball, and you're not allowed to move any part of your body apart from your arm. Again, you're going to assume max out and not be able to increase your distance. As soon as you start using your legs more, you're going to double that distance with a lot less effort as well. So that's understanding. You've got to get that understanding first on how the body works. Then these parts of the club, they're a walk in the park compared to this. And again, you probably look at this thinking, oh, that's a piece of cake. But film yourself. Do you look anything like this? Probably not.
I'm going to film myself in a sec.
That's what you do. And again, once you can do that easy, then forgetting what the club does or where it is, sing. Can you do the same positions? Just want to choose your club for a second, Steve. Can you film yourself again and see the same movements, but with the club in your hand? Don't worry about where the club is going. Just try and visualise the same feeling. So all I'm doing is the same thing. I've now got a club in my hand, just turning my shoulders and driving through. Again, just watch the body, ignore the club. Does your body perform like this with the club in your hand?
Okay. That's tip 2 then.
That's tip 2. Then we'll start building the golf swing, which everyone gets fascinated with. We've got to start with the body first.
Yeah.
Once your body works like that, trust me, you're going to have a very repeatable and powerful golf swing.
Okay. So practice that. Put tip 1 and tip 2 together, and then we'll be back with tip 3 soon.